go, baby. We in the home stretch.
After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. It is week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this
Sam Darnold, baby.
Club entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit.
Here we go, boys.
They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
Damn, he's having a good year.
When I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
First play and a first pass coming for Darnold. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. As you
motherfuckers come out 5 wide on me.
Fair share of injuries this season, but Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together, but to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I just consider myself fortunate I'm in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line.
Oh, come on.
And that's when things get dicey.
And they nearly get this
what a
all
play.
the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards.
I thought they were going to go to the sticks. They didn't.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
And that one off the mark.
Blake Cashman's hurt.
Incomplete.
Damn it.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold.
Yes!
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin will come. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken out past the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Singletary to get the drive started to about the 33-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 86 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is out of bounds.
Got him.
Inside the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Texans hit 11-3 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard
This
pickup
defense is
there on
good, bro.
2nd. This
Jesus
now
Christ.
a 3rd and 4. Stroud.
Oh, yes. Yes!
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. It's right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
It's a sharp throw right there and 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets
Money.
zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the early
Good shit,
turnover
Jace.
and convert it into an opening touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run with Hall. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the
The hell was
48-yard
that?
line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 84 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Darnold. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Darnold.
Oh, what a play.
Juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were strong last week, CD, and they went over New England.
Yeah, you gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for.
Delp it.
Continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Brad Delpit. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15.
For a team that came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Caught. It's Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Woo!
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brendan.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Fairbairn.
Got it, baby.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Sam Darnold going to lead his offense back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10.
No.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
That's money.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams.
Dude, my fullback is
just move on to the next play.
a little dumb.
Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
What?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Stroud to throw it.
Oh, you dropped it.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Darnold now on second down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tank Dell. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, it's Stroud.
God damn.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Go, John!
He's got a man complete. He's still on his feet.
Yeah.
John Mechie, his first
Good
touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
Go ahead, John.
The run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball is out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as that. Touchback. New York set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, a run with Hall. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Again, Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well, think I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Darnold. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Defenders had intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. Odell Beckham with a touchdown catch from Lamar Jackson. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jaden Reed, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the
Damn,
second
close
quarter.
game right there with the
Cowboys
Cowboys.
still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Handoff on the option to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys.
Dude, what is my fullback doing?
And he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But
it's
this
crazy
one,
to me.
They stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now is Stroud. And he completes it to Wilson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. Wilson will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in
Beating that ass. That was a good drive right there.
It gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. On first down, it's Darnold. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Faking the give, Darnold.
Ooh!
Pressure, the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second
And the
time.
Packers beating the Vikings.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good
Playoff
as well.
spot.
Fielded at about the 28.
Good blocking,
Now, only
everybody.
35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has the finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Oh, a punt.
There's a work right there. Out of bounds at the
Coffee
2-yard
corner
line.
king.
Another go around now for the Jets offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Darnold.
Oh, yes.
Down, he backed up into the end zone.
Good job, Henry.
Lined up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They've put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And that's the type of return that puts
Oh,
a
I was trying to let it go out of bounds.
They've got to go out on the field.
Fuck.
Almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Damn, I suck.
Off of play action, Darnold to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a
Damn, they shouldn't have this field goal.
Best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Try to get cute.
And Thomas's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Play action. Stroud now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down, this is Wilson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Stroud off the play fake. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Darnold's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Darnold. And Lazard's got it again. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on second down is Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, Darnold. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Darnold now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the
Fuck you.
linebackers is going. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Agnew now to return. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Darnold. And a completion to Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Darnold now on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A first down throw, Darnold. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Darnold to throw again. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Darnold on first down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Darnold. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Darnold from the red zone now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Fuck out of here,
The game,
bozo.
and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings
That's it, baby.
4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Let's go, man. We got to be big time.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship
Are they
wasn't won,
upset?
but the game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Texans, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.
Peace
as
out,
well.
boys.
We'll